Introducing first in the corner to my left, from Hackettstown, New Jersey, Deonna Purrazzo. Her opponent to my right, from Seattle, Washington, Kimber.
Main event time here at Revolutionary. Going to be calling the action alongside Taylor Hendricks, who I do believe is undefeated at WWR live events, picking up the victory at Project XX over Barbie Hayden. And tonight, against Sonia Strong, we're going to see somebody else coming out of this matchup undefeated, as both Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly were victorious at Project XX. Kimberly picking up the victory over LuFisto, and Deonna Purrazzo, some might say, was an upset with a victory over Santana Garrett in the main event.
Ooh, this is definitely going to be a competition. Both of these women competing all over the world, known worldwide. This is going to be an intense matchup.
Of course, Kimberly and Chikara holding the Chikara Grand Championship for the majority of the year. Deonna Purrazzo, obviously, I mean, she is a wrestler that competes in like TNA and Ring of Honor and NXT all at the same time. Pretty much unprecedented as far as it goes. We're lucky to have her here at WWR. The one thing that I noticed out of Deonna in her match against Santana Garrett is that she probably has the strongest foundation in terms of fundamental wrestling, some rudimentary holds she can really utilize in a way that other competitors on the roster cannot. And as a result, without taking too many risks, she does not make too many mistakes.
No, she definitely does not go to the well one too many times. And you have to expect that sort of style from Deonna Purrazzo with her training background with the hustler Rip Rogers and her very big influence with Damian Adams.
He's looking for that side headlock. Kimberly tried finding an escape, instead going to the opposite side.
Look at that technique, flawless.
Just like that, able to get in a position for a headlock takeover, keeping Kimberly away from the ropes. You got to think that Kimberly's going to be looking to take more risks in this match, but with every risk potentially comes a reward or a disaster. The strength on display from Kimberly as Deonna tries to pop out of it, unable to do so. Instead, having her put her opponent on her back. Now showing her nimbleness with that headstand, and just like that, wrestling circles around Kimberly.
Oh, yes. Tit for tat. And if you might notice, Deonna Purrazzo is going back to the arm. She has picked a body part, and she is sticking to it. Oh, reversal from Kimberly.
I don't think that Kimberly very often gets to show off her technical acumen. Let's see if she could beat Deonna Purrazzo at her own game.
I think time will tell. This is going to be a really awesome main event.
She's got her leg trapped and now pulling underneath the chin, trying to stretch the neck and shoulders of Deonna Purrazzo.
I don't know, though. She is a little close to the ropes. If she decides, she might be able to reach it. But it looks like she's trying to reverse out without resorting to the ropes just yet. And back to the arm.
Look at the placement of the leg on the back of the head. When you control the head, you control the body. And Kimberly forced to get to the rope. She did not have a counter for that hold.
She did not. That was a really good trap on Deonna Purrazzo.
Seen some great scientific wrestling displayed from both of these competitors. What a privilege it is to give some of the best women's wrestlers in the entire world, contract or otherwise, a platform like this, a worldwide audience with youtube.com/WWR Pro Wrestling.
There we go.
Now trying to flush the toilet and stack her up.
Oh! That was a close one. Deonna's got to definitely step it up.
Of course, if Kimberly finds herself in a position where she could put Deonna in the alligator clutch, there's nobody that is kicked out of that hold. Kimberly has perfected it. Just like that, through the legs.
Not expecting that from Deonna.
And before Kimberly even had a chance to, basically evaluate that she's probably the stronger of these two competitors, Deonna is just one step ahead. She is so fast.
Oh, I know where Deonna learned that from. That is classic Rip Rogers written all over that. Listen to that crowd reaction. They are loving this competition right now.
Kimberly needs eyes in the back of her head against a wrestler like Deonna Purrazzo, whether she's in front of you or behind you. She's all over the place. Big fight feel for this one. And now Kimberly, she's the one that's making the decision for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And this is where I do think that Kimberly has a little bit more size on Deonna Purrazzo. I'm not sure if she's necessarily stronger, but right now she's got Deonna in a precarious position.
But Deonna looks like she's starting to muscle up and starting to get back to her feet. Getting a good base. Oh, reversal. And Deonna is again back on that arm of Kimberly, slowly softening it up.
Just like that, Deonna using the ropes for leverage to flip herself over. And look at the position. She's keeping that wrist as close to her body as possible, making it even more difficult for Kim to find a counter. But not impossible as we see her transition to a hammerlock. Now she's got the side headlock applied, trying to grab a hold of that left arm. Instead, backing her opponent to the corner. We're going to see a clean break.
I was a little surprised by that. Oh, there we go. There was a plan the whole time inside of Kimberly.
Kimberly, sidestep, coming off the ropes.
Nice.
Deonna Purrazzo, I thought she was looking for flying head scissors. Instead, look at her break the arm of Kimberly.
Oh, she was going for it. Is Kimberly going to be able to get out of it?
Stepping over. Oh, wow.
Oh.
And looking for a cross arm breaker.
Kimberly is setting it in. Deonna reaches the ropes.
Yeah, Deonna could not close her arms right there. She was forced to get the ropes or else she was going to have a broken elbow.
Deonna taking a breather on the outside as she comes back in.
One thing you got to say about Deonna Purrazzo is very rarely do you see her showing showing signs of frustration. She's got a pretty good poker face.
Oh, that she does. If you are ever in the ring with Deonna Purrazzo, it's very hard to guess what is going through her mind at any given moment. Oh, Kimberly with a kick to the back of the head of Deonna.
And this is not the type of match that Deonna wants to wrestle.
No, it is not. Oh, chop to Deonna.
One of the hardest strikers on the WWR roster is Kimberly. And as much technique as Deonna has, I'm not sure if she can neutralize some of this offense.
I think right now Deonna is getting a not-so-delicious taste of Kimberly's experience wrestling intergender.
Certainly, you got to be able to hit hard in order to hang with the boys.
Yes, you do. You got to go toe-to-toe. And right now, I don't think that is the situation Deonna Purrazzo is too used to at this point. Oh.
Taking too much time, though. Oh!
Oh!
Surprising striking ability out of Deonna Purrazzo. I was not expecting that.
No, neither was I.
But you know what? With all the fans ringside, again, this is a bit of an unusual situation to be in. This was not like this for the first WWR show. She turned around to let the moment sink in from the fans, and just like that, Kimberly responded and grounded her.
And this is a style that Kimberly is very used to, so I think we're definitely going to see that.
Of course, she's competed a number of times in Fat Music, not only for WWR, but also for Beyond Wrestling.
Right now, we see a very locked-in Lotus Lock on Deonna Purrazzo, and she's stuck in the middle of the ring.
So the best way to counter that hold is to try and stack up your opponent.
Oh.
Kimberly still has that body scissors applied.
Oh.
Ooh! Trying to attack the spine.
A shot heard round the Fat Music Hall.
Face first into the top buckle. Running in with that clothesline.
Another one.
And the drop kick. Deonna Purrazzo sandwiched between her opponent's boots and the corner, and now just the double knees. Taking a page out of Heidi Lovelace's playbook. Away from the ropes once again. Only a 2 count. Very appreciative, very respectful crowd here at Fat Music Hall in Providence, Rhode Island today. Seeing some of the best female competitors, scratch that, some of the best wrestlers on the scene today.
Oh, a block from Deonna Purrazzo, trying to get back in the upper advantage. Oh, it didn't work, though. A suplex by Kimberly.
Kimberly's really taking her time right here. I'm not sure if that's the best strategy. She's the only competitor that is competing on both the WWR and the Beyond Wrestling card. She's got a first-time ever match against Chris Hero later on tonight.
Oh, she better not do too many risks in this match if that's the case.
Well,
but
even still, the longer this match goes, obviously the more fatigued she's going to be going into that match later on tonight.
100%, and you can never take a break when you're in the ring with Deonna Purrazzo. Case in point, Kimberly takes a little too long to showboat, and her shoulder goes
Got to
right
be careful, though, because not only the possibility of a separated shoulder, but the collarbone is the easiest bone on the human body to break. We've seen a number of collarbone injuries in wrestling, and now Deonna is bending the rules in order to gain an advantage, just trying to pull the arm off the torso. Man, she is really targeting it right now.
She is. And this is the thing, these WWR fans are so lucky and privileged because this is a first-time matchup, two different styles, two worldwide known competitors. This is anyone's game, and one of these women is walking out undefeated at WWR.
Oof. Just running into her shoulder. Kimberly's down, but not out.
2 counts. I think we're starting to see a break in Deonna's face right now. She is, very rarely will she show any sign of emotion, and here we're starting to see some frustration.
Not sure if Kimberly's going to submit from this position. She's certainly wearing down that arm, though, and Kimberly likes to throw that strike. It's going to make it that much tougher, especially when she's trying for some of those throws where she has to clasp her. You know, Kimberly loves to utilize that German suplex. In order to do that, you have to have a waist lock. And if your arm has been neutralized, how are you going to be able to wrap your arms around your opponent?
Oh, boy. The answer to that is you are not.
Taking a page out of Taylor Hendricks' playbook with that headbutt to the chin.
I must say, I have a very unique appreciation for Deonna Purrazzo. Also being trained by Rich Rogers myself, I can understand and see exactly where she's going and why. And she is such a technician in there. You cannot leave that body part open for very long because she will snag it and she will find that weakness.
She's so deliberate with every strike, too. She really takes her time to make sure her opponent is in the perfect position. Sometimes you see wrestlers that'll throw a flurry, maybe only 3 or 4 will find the mark. And this is something that I've been critical of Kimberly in the past. I mean, she made all 3 of those count right there. Oh! Nasty mid-ring collision.
Double cross body. Both women had the same idea, and they are down.
I don't know who's worse for wear right now.
These fans are intensely waiting to see who is going to get up first. Oh, I do not know who got the worst of that. Kimberly looks like she's getting up to her knees slowly.
Referee calling off the count.
Her and Deonna are head to head. Shots being exchanged back and forth in the center of the ring to see who's going to get the advantage.
Now both these competitors back up to a vertical base.
Oh, that connected.
Kim staggered into the ropes right there.
Oh, Kimberly with an answering kick.
I think that Deonna was trying to protect her chest since that's where Kim's been landing those forearms. Instead, leaving her leg vulnerable, she got caught with a kick. And I mean, if you can knot up the biggest muscle in the human body, you're going to see a Charlie horse. It's going to be difficult to mobilize around that ring.
Now. Deonna feeling those kicks. Answering again with another forearm.
Planted that right in the breadbasket. Oh! Oh, was looking for a senton, though. And Kim had that scouted out of the way. Kim's still struggling to find her feet. Throws her out of the way. Wow, what a combination of kicks out of Kimberly. Was that the knockout she was looking for?
No. Oh!
So very close.
Oh, so close. A little too close for comfort there. Deonna is down. Kimberly is showing a lot of signs of frustration right now. But she's still in her element.
Now again, look for that waistlock, that German suplex. Can she clasp the hands? Or did Deonna do too much damage to that arm?
Deonna striking that injured arm.
Yeah, instead of going for the head, she's targeting the arm. Very smart strategy out of Deonna Purrazzo. Kimberly's trying to employ a page out of her playbook as well. Look at that, Deonna's got a hold of the wrists. Both competitors jockeying for position, switching waist locks. Kimber Lee through the back door.
Oh!
Reaching German suplex.
Oh! That was almost a 3 count on Deonna Purrazzo.
You almost got to wonder if Kimber Lee was forced to release that hold because of the amount of pain she was experiencing in her arm. I mean, not only tossing her opponent overhead, but trying to hold on to their body for the 3 count.
Is she gonna go for it again? Does she have that in her?
Not sure if that's a wise strategy.
I don't know.
She struggled so much to get that German suplex the first time.
Oh,
this
Deonna
time she shrugged off. So quick with that kick to the abdomen. Snap suplex, keeping it locked on.
Oh, we're gonna see the 3 amigos. 2. Oh. A German from Deonna Purrazzo. Oh.
That was a close call from my vantage point. It almost looked as though both competitors' shoulders were pinned to the mat. But Deonna switching things up with the 3 amigos. She did drive Kimber Lee down at a nasty angle. Kimber Lee, again, those educated feet coming into play for her. Once again, trying to take her down. And Deonna did not have that armbar blocked once again.
No, she did not.
Look at the way that her elbow is extended.
She has got to get out of there or get to the ropes fast.
Or give up. Or give up. If not, she's going to have her arm broken. Looked like she was going to be tapping out right there.
The tip of her toes.
Man, I thought she was tapping out right there. And then Kimber Lee just dragging her to the center of the ring again.
Oh, she is desperate. She is in the dead center of the ring.
It looks like she's trying to attack the legs of Kimber Lee. Was able to use her strength to roll through.
Uh-oh.
And now trying to apply a submission of her own. Gonna think it's just a matter of time before she gives up on that hold.
Back to the injured arm.
Transition to the arm bar. Such a smart strategy from Deonna Purrazzo, using one hold to get to another.
Oh, Kimber Lee gets to the ropes. Smart on Kimber Lee. She does not have time to waste in that arm bar. And
now pulled away from the ropes.
Back into the center of the ring. Deonna is yelling. Oh! Oh, Kimber Lee taps! Deonna is undefeated here at WWR. Listen to these fans.
Here's your winner by submission, Deonna Purrazzo!
Wow, Deonna Purrazzo, somebody to keep an eye on, picking up consecutive victories at 2 WWR main events. Taylor Hendricks, thank you for joining me, as you yourself are also undefeated with victories at Project XX and Revolutionary. For all of our fans, I urge you, please make sure to purchase the DVDs, Blu-rays, and MP4s at smartmarkvideo.com. And please subscribe to WWR on YouTube, youtube.com/WWR Pro Wrestling. Thank you for joining us.